He'll call for the fair catch here. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. On 4th down, looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. All kinds of running room. Touchdown Mustangs. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He only needs a sliver of daylight. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Glagway. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The way this this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
On second down, he'll fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Throws toward the end zone. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. 10. Touchdown, SMU. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Florida. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Release to the back. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass, it's Jennings. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a gap. It's Daniels. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too.
He's loose down the middle. Inside the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
SMU 31, Florida 21.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He'll take another shot here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Open space at the 25. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, SMU. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Have your yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he puts through the extra point.
SMU 38, Florida 21.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Defense on the football.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo. Smith takes the handoff. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. Bring it up.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. He did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, SMU 38, Florida 28.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, SMU.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. And you saw that there on the incompletion.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Good, solid tackle.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Bob.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, SMU.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Power ahead. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion.
He lobs one high down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Going up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play.
Unleashes one deep. They took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
he breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback...
Trying to get behind the defense. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so
he lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's not afraid to go deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. Now adjusting. And he's got it! Touchdown, Florida! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
no doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They'll leave it with him. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give to the left. And a really nice run. And Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Devils will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with self. Tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a man, it's Bennett. Bulldozes him. And he's still running after the move. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. DB's right up on the receivers. Fighting off the defender. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for room. It's Sanders. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. To the air, it's Sellers. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Lining up to comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a group.
And they got him for the sack. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
He's going to take off. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Power football with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, well, well. Somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out.
The expressway is wide open. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways.
Strong pass rush gets to to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The sure hands, it's Moore. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover two drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter.
South Carolina, 14-0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Sellers. On the run, fires downfield. Got him, and nobody's close. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking to move it through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum, to swing back to the other side of the football field.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll line up for a second down play. They go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. He gets a block. Got a little room. A dynamic return. Explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's got it.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Extending the play. He'll throw it. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. To the air, it's Murphy. Tosses it incomplete. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. Gets open down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not too much.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover two look. So there's two safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. On second down, he's looking downfield, using his legs to buy some time. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball
Lofts one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Going for the big play. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
we've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Murphy. They're bringing heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Losing, we got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man, and they convert. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. 1st and 10 coming up. Back to the air one more time. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Blue Devils in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Looking left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Dances away from the heat. He gambles and throws one all the way back to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double. We know the way to San Jose, heart of the Silicon Valley and home to the San Jose State Spartans. And anticipation has been high all week for this one. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Spartans will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Washington State.
How about special teams being special on the opening kick? You work in meetings all week, and we might have a chance to bust one. First kick, takes it, busts it through, uses the speed, takes it all the way back to the house. What a start.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bates. He gets it across the 25 to the... Bringing it out of the end zone. Offense set on first down. Trying the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry up. He'll try it again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
To the ground with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Might be looking to run. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the wideout. Picked off.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
A 1st down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48 after the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Keeps the legs moving. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Washington State lines up quickly. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
Touchdown, Washington State.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Brown wants to pass. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look.
And he's running in the open. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Spartans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, San Jose State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Oh, and the ball's out on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Cougars are in the hurry-up.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wazoo. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. The give to the back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted. Takes it the other way.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Fires left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. You keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get to a shot.
To the ground, he's got it again. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Washington State going quickly. He's looking for a man on second down. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Cougars. What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Bates. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. On the move, he fires. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
He's moving out of the pocket. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Spartans are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Brown will throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's hauled in at the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They put together an 81-yard drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Dumps it to the back. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to ride this running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Bates. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Spartans want to crank the tempo.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Coming after him. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Unleashes one. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Floating away. He throws into the middle of the field. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Spartan. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. We saw a great example of it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Handoff to the lone back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Cougars trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Washington State lines up quickly. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38, San Jose State, 21.
Coming out with it, it's Bates. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jet. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense.
Touchdown, Washington State! And the stomping has commenced.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone.
For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will kick it away first. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kick. He'll be stopped at the 17. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try the run. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Arizona in a hurry. The give to the left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Here comes the hurry up. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. He'll off one deep down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Arizona! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Running to the left. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give is to Williams. Fights off a defender. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Arizona going back to work with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Arizona right back to the line. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the 1st quarter, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Tried to give it enough bodying. Missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Unloads to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Arizona 14, Florida State 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Skips away from pressure. He fires it out to the right. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks.
The receiver.
you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Noles moving quickly to the line. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years, not always dual threats, sometimes a little more Danny Cannellish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie, and guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better, and you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the... Before he steps out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Wildcats. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. A new set of downs after the completion.
Here we go.
They'll throw it on first down. And they're not on the same page there. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the hit on the quarterback is why that was incomplete, but that QB is lucky that was not picked off. That is the cardinal sin, throwing back across your body. This quarterback needs to be more careful moving forward.
Runs through the tackle. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Arizona in a hurry. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game.
Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, Knowles! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Taking it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Arizona! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome with your defense. You study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
He's off to the races. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Trying to find his man on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown Seminoles.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Arizona. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Uiagalelei. Looking to take a shot. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and to throw.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen.
And the extra point is good. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break.
Arizona 56, Florida State 28.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by...
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover three. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take them away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Arizona right back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to pass, it's Fafita. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. He has been surgical. Precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument. the Texas A&M Aggies, the Coral Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indication, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Take over. First and 10.
First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Wasting no time taking a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Can anyone catch him? Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Going for the return. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Scrambling away. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Dances away to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Pressure coming. Throws for the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB and trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M.
Off he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain set up first and goal. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the... Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside. Penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Alabama 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. To the air, it's Milroe. Keeps looking downfield. It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch, he's got enough. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, it's a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third down, going up top. He'll try to do it himself. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. Just trucks through it. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, first down. Running it to the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Aggies want to move quickly. On the move. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, or he can make big plays like this in the run game. Man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or should have ran a better route.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 fourth-down attempts. They'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a
Nothing but green ahead. He's on the 40, the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Power football with the run. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires on the move. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got the tight end outside. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Still looking, on the move. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Alabama quickly back to the line. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Young. He's loose at the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
He puts a lot of air under down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Hit the afterburners, kid. The tag. Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now first and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They think there's room to run to the right here. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Open runway ahead. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texas A&M 35, Alabama 7.
And the Aggies will boot it away to start the second half. And they desperately want